said battle rap did. That's what Smack said. Fuck Panini, half dead, have my flatbread. You gon' be bringing bodies out on a flatbed. Calico, point at him, lay down, act dead. Nigga, I wish AIDS on your brother's dick and cancer in your mother's tits. Nigga, I take everybody from your partners to your barber to war. I'm glad you never met your father before, and I'm gonna make it where you don't see your daughter no more. Nigga, I break your bra's hips, necks, jaws, lips. To the producer from Saw 6, be like, damn, we never saw this. I swear to God, I'ma feed forest through your lips and make you force it, you fraud bitch.
Bars, wordplay, delivery with the performance, originality while being versatile, and got jokes to go along with the freestyles. The brand behind the face of the man we call Hollow the Don have impacted battle rap on the lows, the mids, and top tier levels, influencing the range of what we expect to see now for anybody to be considered at that god tier level.
And them the next two niggas that line you up.
I'm on pace to the bag, I got a clear view. All the mistakes from my past that's in my rear view. I see snakes in the grass, the haters will be. Came from the bottom, kept it solid, I made them feel me. Watch you when you circle, all them Judas on the cup. They run you when you up, and when you down, and they all like. Better watch you when you circle, all them Judas on the cup. Gotta know I'm really with you when you blocking on the cup.
Some say the game has changed. I feel the same way too, because the beauty and evolution make this thing worth the while. Consider the GOAT to many, this 106 & Park Freestyle Friday Hall of Famer walked the streets of Queens, New York, blending his freestyle raps with written rhymes, not knowing that decades later he'd be considered one of the most, if not the most, versatile battle MC of all time. During NYC's Fight Club era, Hollow's freestyling ability, crazy schemes, and punchlines made him a household name. As a student of this art form, traveling along the East Coast division of Grindtime, the Don was able to make his first appearance onto Smack to show the world why he's one of the best to ever do it, consistently. The NOME stage.
Hoping it gets better playing Chris Webber, trying to forget about that time out in Michigan.
Total Slaughter.
He can't escape.
UW Battle League. King of the Dot. I mean, you name it. There isn't a stage, a moment that Nigel ain't get busy on. With a lot of forks in the road. Causing madness in the summer. Even the grudge matches couldn't stop the Don from himself to starting his own entity. Propelling to being featured in movies as a writer and actor, to forming a duo with Harlem's very own, Loaded Lux, to create some of battle rap's greatest moments. Social distancing was able to keep the space safe between him and success, still rising in total views and total battles taken.
I'm the best.
The man is without debate and iconic, and it's blatant. To see the world for what it is and what it's for, and more. You either gonna be better or bitter. This is Encore.
Came from the bottom, kept it solid, I made them feel me. Watch you when you circle, all them Judas on the cover. They run you when you up, and when you down, and they don't like. Better watch you when you circle, all them Judas on the cover. Gotta know who really with you and who's blocking on the cover.
If you had to explain yourself to someone who never met you a day in their life, how would you explain yourself to that person?
I guess I would more say, like, rather than explain myself, come rock a day with me, or come sit down and really figure it out. Because words could go so far, but the actions gonna tell you everything.
Who would you say, or what have influenced you up until this point?
This hip hop period, just growing up in New York and getting experience of moving down south. Just like, you know, the era of like what I grew up from the Locks to DJ Screw to Wayne, you know, so a plethora of artists, you know what I mean, and even R&B, even rock music. like oldies, so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just the music in general, and then, you know, the words, so much, you know, you could do with these words, you feel me? Like,
yeah, absolutely,
so-
absolutely. Explain some of the greatest moments that you've had throughout your career.
Doing this right here?
Yeah.
106 in Park was amazing because that was a journey. Also, me and Loaded Lux Battle was a pillar in my career. That was amazing. Me versus Big T going over the smack first and foremost was amazing. So, you know, grind time starting back up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie,
You go
baby.
way back,
Yeah,
way back.
I got a lot of
Way back.
amazing moments. I got shit to be happy about.
Look, one of the moments that I even, you know, found out who you was against Philly Swing. It was a long ass one. When you said something about the karate chop, that shit was cool. So it was like, I said, Don is one of them guys. And at this time, Philly Swing, a lot of people don't know, Philly Swing was one of them dudes coming out of Philly.
Yeah, coming out of Philly,
Yeah,
and also,
absolutely.
you know, he had a background with, I forgot the street game, but they was pretty popular in Philly. And they had a big case on TV, so, you know, he was coming out doing like 4 years, so,
Yeah.
you know, he was trying to put that, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
coming home too, like, you feel me? Like, I've been in the, you feel me?
Yeah.
So,
Let's talk about the Loaded Lux experience, because you guys are two goats going at it on stage in front of a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people. Man, explain that moment, and you know, in
Yeah, the
time
stakes
where-
was high.
Yeah, it really was.
high stakes.
Yeah.
You feel me? That was just like a pivotal moment in battle rap where, you know, you got to live up to that moment. I feel like me and Lux both brought so special to the table. Also, other cats on that card, Daylight, Hitman, Calico, a bunch of cats had special performances that night to make that night memorable.
Yeah. Coming from New York, you're here out in LA now.
Queens in the building, yeah?
Shout out Queens.
No.
Right? You here in LA. What has LA changed for you as a person?
It's definitely just did more soul searching, more self-evaluation, you know, definitely like more personal stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which also helps creatively because once that works well creatively, like things get to flowing way better. So yeah, they go hand to hand.
Let me take it a few steps back. We talked about you battling Loaded Lux. Recently, you guys teamed up. Summer Madness. What was that experience like training together? You guys were like in heels.
Yeah.
You know, that's a different level of training right there.
Yeah, that's how when you're serious, man, that's the best way to go about it. I remember when I battled Lux, it was the snow, the summertime. And you know, I was out there working, and me and him caught the summer wave with the 2-on-2, and yeah, it was just like magic.
Yeah. No, it absolutely was. And you guys put on a phenomenal performance. Explain your first time battling ever. Like, first time.
First
what was
time
that like?
I was in the Astoria Park, it was just, you know, baby food. I you know, got him out of there real quick. It wasn't nothing. First time I really remember battle that stuck with me was my first time losing on 106 in Park, which was on 106 in Park Avenue in Manhattan. And I was too young to make to even audition for Freestyle Friday. So I ended up battling some cats in the line, you know what I mean?
Do you ever got plans to stop battling?
Oh no, it's always in me because even if like you're working on a TV show or you're doing something, you know, you still writing,
Yeah.
you know, like, so it's always gonna work.
Right.
Regardless, it's like Method Man, you could say he stopped rapping, but he still like do a verse, and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
For
So,
sure.
Can't never say never, you just gotta work hard.
We talked briefly just before we cut these cameras on about the LOME and about the people that you've influenced around the world to get it tatted on them. So to see that, what does that mean for you?
Oh man, it's really knowing that I'm in the right direction and I'm promoting something positive and something people really stand by. That they also promote it and they just align their morals and beliefs the same way, and it just happened to be a phrase that goes with it.
Where do you see battle rap headed?
You know, I really can't theorize and really, you know, say where it's headed, but it's definitely still headed in a great direction. As long as it's underground and it's not super big, it's always gonna have a chance to be bigger. You know what I mean? So it's shout out to everybody that showed interest from the industry or just from entertainment period that helped a hand with battle rap. You know what I mean?
Recently you put out video 99 Prodigy.
Okay,
Right?
the
original track, Benny the Butcher. A lot of people may not, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are saying new flow, new style. Was that intentional, or was it just like something that happened organically? You went in the studio, you felt the beat, and this is what you came up with.
Look, understanding is vibration is what it transits to. Old had the same chance as cannabis. Ego and pride eat you alive if you don't plan to win. It's TMB. It's just like, you know, you put it together. Like, you feel me? We do this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we
Too
just
many
been
bars.
cooking, so
Yeah.
we gotta let it out. We can't keep harboring it and let them clips go.
And I appreciate your time
Thank you, man.
for coming out and doing this for me, especially for the fanatics around the world, because
Yeah, you gotta do the evil genius laugh.
no, yeah. Like we ain't gonna do all of that.
Okay,
we ain't got
low-key.
we ain't got no battle or none of that going on.
Keep it low-key, you heard?
No, but again, man, any last words for anybody watching this content that follow you?
Yeah, just love, wisdom, always learning, man. Always trying to better yourself. Loyalty over money, you know how we do. Bang, bang.
There you have it. It's your boy, Battle Raps Fanatic. If you try to do one, I'ma do two. If you try to do three, I might just do four, maybe even more. I go by the name of PR alone. I'm signing out.